Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you for tuning into my 2,520th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Kids, we got a lot of stuff on the board to talk about, but let's talk about risk as we always do. Please put your stops in first. Never trade without them. Know this is a very risky game. I've been doing this 41 and a half years, and sometimes I get slapped. The first week of this month, I lost every single day of the week. It can happen to anybody. So put your stops in, put them in first, and let's talk about markets. For trading January 24th, 2023, that's a Tuesday. Well, how do I start this? All right, let's start with number one on the board. A day trader must be quick to spot and trade the ever-changing landscape from bullish to bearish and back. One thing we must never do is dwell upon an opinion. You get a technical opinion on a Monday. It says bullish. You start buying. If your opinion is supposed to change on Monday night for Tuesday, so are you as a day trader by your nature. So, I'm here to tell you that the OMNI, Oscar's Market Navigational Indicator, you know what it is? The OMNI is a market slut. There's nothing else I can say. I don't care. I'll sleep with the Bulls, the Bears, the neutral team. I don't care. I have absolute no loyalty to any of them. I'll cheat with both of them at the same time if I got to do spreads. I don't care how it works. You know what I'm saying? The OMNI says bullish today. I'm bullish. If it's bearish tomorrow, I will be bearish. You as a day trader have to be that quick. So last week we had a bunch of analysis which kind of looked pretty bearish. And then we had Thursday and Friday, which completely changes the landscape, and so be it. Now we've got to talk about the upside. And after saying all of that and how bullish the charts are suddenly starting to look, the OMNI has waved me off and isn't going to allow me to buy again tomorrow. So I'm going to have to find some other markets, which I've already identified, and I'll trade them. But as bullish as the charts have become to look, the dailies and the weeklies on U.S. indices, OMNI said to me for Tuesday, Oscar, stay out. All right, we'll figure that out. But we have other markets we want to trade. That doesn't mean you're not going to trade, so let me just show you what's going to happen on the charts. But remember, from bullish to bearish and back, if you call yourself a day trader, never dwell upon an opinion. Flip like that. Number two on the board. The OMNI has waved me off from buying on Tuesday. As bullish as these charts that I'm about to show you are, OmniCamp applications are being accepted. The only thing is OmniCamp is literally 10 days from now or somewhere around there. I haven't done the math, but close. If you want to come out, you've got to call me immediately, 702-629-4755. You will spend 5 nights, 4 days with me here in Las Vegas, and you will learn the OMNI in its entirety. But that happens February 2nd through the 6th, and time is ticking. So call me immediately, again, 702-629-4755, or go to OMNI BOOTCAMP and fill out an application there. And then there's number 4 on the board. After what I'm about to show you on the charts, there is an outside shot that at some point next week, do not fall in love with the upside, might get erased off the board. Now, I don't know why OMNI's pushing me off to the sidelines for tomorrow, but a bigger picture has emerged, which is quite bullish on U.S. indices, and I'm very much looking forward to showing you those charts right now. If you don't mind, just humor me quickly and see what the other OMNI campers had to say that have just been out here. I think you will find coming out to this OMNI camp will be a fantastic thing for you. Check out this quick video, and then we will go look at some charts.
My first trade, I made enough to pay for a year for the service. So I said, this can't be bad.
So I was lost and needed direction, and I think I found it here. And when I met Oscar for the first time, within 10 minutes, I knew he was the real deal.
Traders, my entire downside view, technically, my whole thesis last week was based on something that we never get to see. That is that the NASDAQ weekly bar chart, now every one of these bars represents an entire week's worth of trading, very long-term chart, never, ever gets below the 200 bar moving average. During the COVID break, when the markets cracked during COVID, it didn't get below the 200 bar moving average. You can follow this chart all the way back. 2008 to 2009 was the only time NASDAQ has ever broken the 200 bar moving average on the weekly. And it was brief, and that was our major drop. Since then, the only time it's even gotten close was COVID. And then we got under it and stayed. Got above it, and it failed and got back under again for weeks, 5, 6, 7 weeks underneath. That doesn't happen. I promise you. Look at this chart yourself, the weekly with a 200 ball moving average, and you will find that it never breaks it. So why is it underneath? And it stayed underneath. But look what just happened. As of this week so far, bam, we're above the 200 and above this channel. I'm going to blow up this chart for you. That 200 ball moving average, we are above it now. And we are above the channel, and that is more bullish than anything I've seen in weeks and weeks looking at these charts. So that immediately turns me towards thinking upside, no doubt. And then we take a look at what happened last week. In fact, last month, in December 14th, the first golden cross took place. That's when the 50 bar gets above the 200 bar moving averages. They cross over. Very bullish sign for Wall Street. That happened a month ago in the Dow. Now, it hasn't happened elsewhere until this. Remember I showed you the golden cross that took place in the transportation average? Well, that happened literally on the 12th of this month. Maybe, yeah, the 12th of this month. So 112, we had a cross. Right there, you actually had a golden cross. The second indice to take on a golden cross. I promise you, Wall Street's watching this stuff. And then you've got this. As of today, Monday, top day at the close, a golden cross took place in the Russell 2000, whereas the 50 ball moving average has gotten above the 200. And I promise you, algorithms are keying off of this right now. They've been waiting for this cross just like they waited for the opposite called the death cross way back when that started. So very interesting how that suddenly becomes a very bullish picture. And now look at the E-mini S&P. It's starting to pull the 50 towards the 200. And if you go up another day or so, these guys will end up crossing. So suddenly golden crosses taking place all over. And that means the markets should absolutely start finding legs on dips and moving higher, which is one of the reasons why if this continues, I will be able to remove do not fall in love with the upside from my board. One step at a time. Let's see it move first. Now we've got Bitcoin. I've shown you Bitcoin for the last 3 or 4 videos, or maybe 5 videos, because it started to catch my attention. Got above the 50 ball moving average, got above the 100, broke out of this wonderful wedge that it was in, right? See, it's basically a pennant. Broke out of the pennant, and look, it's now at the 200 ball moving average. And you know, there's a futures market for Bitcoin. Fund managers, like the Wall Street ones, are all over that. They're watching too, but look at the nice move. I'm going to blow up the chart for you. Look at it a little closer. Nice move so far, right? Above the averages, builds what could be a little bull flag right here. Right? I think it's some kind of a flag. Goes higher. Now it's challenging the 200. You get above that, and boom, that will fire off the algorithm bars, and you'll get a nice run. And then you've got Ethereum doing the same thing. Beautiful breakout above the 150 ball moving averages, right? And now we are basically challenging the 200 in a nice channel. I think I like it. I like what I see. So far, so good. I hope that helps you. Traders, make sure you join me at livewithoscar.com in my live trading room. I'll show you which markets we're going to trade on Tuesday. And remember to keep your emotions out of this. One of the best things you can do is remember to say this to yourselves over and over again. And by now, you should know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll. Thank you for tuning in, and good luck trading out there.